Welcome you all for this wonderful session. Today, I want to tell you a story. I want you guys to be a bit careful because in between I will give some datas. Okay. There is a person called Mr. James. He's at the evening time. He is feeling so bored. So he wants to spend his next day with his friends. Okay. Their friends are staying 100 kilometers away from his house, so he needs to travel. Uh, he's having a brand new car which he bought recently, and he also interested to test the speed of that vehicle, like maximum speed of the vehicle. So he decided to take the car to meet his friends. Okay, and during those time there were a lot of road accidents happening due to due to driving the vehicle in higher speed. Okay. So the government noticed it, and government took a decision to impose a fine whoever crossing the speed limit. Okay, and the government appointed some special police at every 50 kilometers to track the speed of each vehicle. Fine. So our James know about it, and he decided not to get fined. At the same time, he also want to test the maximum speed of the vehicle. Okay. So next day morning, around exactly at 10 o'clock, he started from his house. He entered into highway. He noticed that 80 km per hour is the maximum speed limit, but he didn't care about it. He driving with a higher speed, and after 15 minutes, which means at 10:15, he noticed one police standing like this, having something like this. So he identified, okay, policeman is checking the speed of the vehicle, because we might notice, right, there are some electronic device, non-contactless electronics device, which is used to measure the speed of the vehicle. So the police is using that electronic device to test the speed of the vehicle. So he aware before itself. So he reduced the speed. James reduced the speed, and he crossed the policeman with a reduced speed, safe speed. Okay. So he escaped from the policeman. Okay. So he felt happy for that. He escaped from the policeman, and he knew that he know that he again at after 50 kilometer there will be one police. He is also going to check the speed limit. So he thought that, okay, whenever we see the police, we will reduce the speed. Like that he thought. So here only he is going to check the speed limit of the car. So he which means a maximum speed of the car. So he increased the speed to its maximum speed, and he tested the speed. Okay, fine. So after some time, after testing the speed of maximum speed of the car, he felt a bit tired, and he took some coffee break. Okay, he stopped the vehicle and he took coffee break, and after that he started again. He is driving with some speed, and around 10:45. Okay, around 10:45, he is noticing another policeman. This time also he felt fortunate. Oh my God, I saw the police. So he reduced the speed again, and crossing the police with a reduced speed. But this time police caught him. Police caught him, and he is putting a fine for crossing the speed limit. James is a bit confused and surprised how a police came to know that I am crossing the speed limit. So I am stopping the story here, and the same question I am giving to you also. So can you guys guess how a policeman came to know that James crossed the speed limit? So take a small break and think over it. Let's resume again. Have you get the answer? Fine. Let's resume the story. So anyhow, James paid that fine amount, but he's still curious to know how a police found that he crossed the speed limit, because at the time whenever he see the police, he reduced his speed, right? He went with a very less speed. Still, how the police found that he drove his car with a higher speed, which means the max. How he found that the James violated the speed limit. Okay, so with the curiousness, he directly asked the policeman, "Sir, how did you find that I crossed the speed limit?" The policeman simply said, "Sir, this device is designed or programmed based on mean value theorem." What he said? This device is programmed based on mean value theorem. Yes, guys. Let's see how mean value theorem is helping the policeman to find that who were crossing the speed limit. Okay. So let's try to plot the traveling curve of Mr. James. Okay. So at 10 a.m., right? At 10 a.m., he started from his house. And he's traveling on the road with some speed. Okay, he's traveling on the road. So at 15 minutes, nearly at 15 minutes, he found there is some police standing on the road. So he reduced his speed. So previously it was going like this. Now it is like flattening, right? So he reduced his speed. Okay. So after crossing the policeman, again he increased the speed. Okay. And after this is where the testing and all happened. Okay. He tested the maximum speed of the vehicle. Okay. Fine. This car, right? And after he got tired, and he took a break, coffee break, as he said, right? Coffee break he took. Okay, fine. And later after the break, he started going with some higher speed, and he was going with some higher speed. At 45th minute, he is seeing another policeman standing on the road. So here also the curve is getting flattened here, right? You see the curve is getting flattened. Here. It's not exactly flattened, but yeah, because why you are seeing this kind of curve means here he reduced the speed. Okay, that's why you are seeing this kind of curve. Okay, fine. So let's see what mean value theorem is saying. Okay, so here I mentioned, here I written the mean value theorem, the definition of mean value theorem. Okay, f of x, if f of x is continuous in closed interval a comma b, if you found a square bracket means that's called a closed interval. Okay, and if f of x is differentiable in a comma b, this is open interval, this is a closed interval. Okay, at least one point c in an open interval a comma b, f dash of c is going to be equal, f dash of c is equal to f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to relate this equation and this curve. So this is my f of x curve, this is my f of x. Okay, this is my f of x curve. Okay, so the point a and b is, right, so this is a point a and this is a point b. This is a point a and this is a point b. See, if this is a, what this is going to be, what is this is going to be? This is going to be what? F of a, right? Because this is f of x. Okay. Similarly, if this is b, what is this? This is going to be f of b. Okay, fine. Now you guys tell me, what is this f of b minus f of a? What is this f of b minus this f of b minus f of a? So f of b minus f of a is representing what? It is telling the distance between the two policemen, right? The distance between the two policemen. So in the statement itself, the government is appointing a police every 50 kilometer, right? So this distance is 50 kilometer, right? Okay. So this distance is 50 kilometer. Okay. Fine. What is b minus a? So b minus a means the time difference. Here it is 45 minutes. At 45th minute he is seeing second police, at 15th minute he is seeing a first police. So the time difference is what? 30 minutes. Okay. So if you can write for 50 divided by 50 kilometer divided by this 30 minutes can be written as half an hour, which means 0.5 hour, right? 0.5 hour. So this can be written as 50 divided by 0.5 means 100 kilometer per hour. 100 kilometer per hour. So what is this 100 kilometer per hour? So this 100 kilometer per hour is called average speed of car, because he crossed 50 kilometers in 30 minutes. So this distance is, so this time difference is 30 minutes, right? So he crossed 50 kilometers in 30 minutes, which means he traveled at 100 kilometer per hour. So this is a average speed. You have to note that this is an average speed. So whatever the right hand side is giving is called average speed. Okay, average speed. Okay, if this is average speed, what this is means, f dash of c. Okay, this is actually meaning instantaneous speed. We can write it as instantaneous. Okay, now what these two are saying, instantaneous speed is equal to average speed. What this mean value theorem is saying is, at least one point, okay, if you are traveling, from 15 minutes to 45 minutes, if you are traveling average speed of 100 km per hour, at least one point of time, okay, that's what the C is representing. At least one point of time, C, your instantaneous speed is going to be 100 km per hour. Okay, your instantaneous speed is going to be average speed. Okay, so if you read it again, you can easily understand. At least one point C in the interval a comma b, at least one point of time in between that 10:15 to 10:45, your instantaneous speed. So instantaneous speed, again, instantaneous speed means what? Whatever you will see in your speedometer inside the car, you will have a speedometer that will show you a speed of the car at every second, right? So that is called instantaneous speed. So that speed, you will see the speed is 100 km per hour at least one point of time. Okay, if you are traveling with 100 km per hour means your average speed is 100 km per hour means at least one point of time in between the interval, your car traveled at the speed of instantaneous speed of 100 km per hour. So this is what the mean value theorem is saying. Okay, so you have to note that. So you might have a doubt, sir, how this policeman know about this data. Okay, so actually the government is having the synchronize these both devices. This electronic device, there is a possibility, right? So the government is synchronized those two devices. So the so the electronic device know when that particular vehicle tested before. Okay, so based on that it can calculate the average speed. So based on the average speed, the electronic device conclude that the particular vehicle is crossed the limit or not. Okay. Okay. Hope you understand the application of mean value theorem. Okay. So similar to that, we have a lot of applications for every mathematical concepts. Stay tuned with me. So this is Veeramani, and we are at a channel of Mathematics Means a Lot. Thank you.